right, well, it is 24 years of independence, and nearly 5,000 people have benefited from the country's lands acquisition and redistribution program. Why do you feel that this process must still be accelerated?
Thank you very much. Good morning to your listeners as well. I think one should give the figures that you are stating some sort of context. In a sense that what has happened is at independence, 38 million hectares was in the hands of the previous dispensation. What then transpired is the government set a target of 15 million of land to be transferred to the previously disadvantaged. And that target was on 15 million. Now, within that context, there was 5 million was earmarked for resettlement, and the other 10 million hectares was then earmarked for affirmative action. Now, if you have transferred or if you have acquired, because it's not actually resettled, it's acquired, 2.3 million hectares of the land, it's almost 15% of the target, which is the 15 million that we are referring to. Now, within the at the State of the Nation address, the President raised the issues of that government need to work on the land reform process, because clearly the figure says that 15% is not enough 24 years after independence.
Yes.
Now, if you do the math and do a forward projection, you will see that we're talking about over 80 years that we might have for us to actually transfer if we move at this rate. Now, so maybe also as part of the process of educating how land reform has come to this, is that there's acquiring, which is not necessarily resettle, because acquiring land, there's a lag between the acquiring of the land and then actually putting our people to have access to the land. And we have acquired through the state, and I think the rallying call has then come from the president to say that we need to do something about this.
Yeah.
And as the Youth League Economic Affairs, we then have jumped into action through the instruction of His Excellency the President. And it's within that context that we then bring the discourse to the public, and the public, mainly the young people.
So what are the challenges? In your view, what are the challenges that we're facing that's making land acquisition so difficult for us at a higher pace?
Well, it's a bit difficult to say what are the challenges really, but I think we have set the goal for ourselves, and as we all know, the deadline for us to complete with this process is in 2020. And 2020 sounds like tomorrow. Challenges, I think it is not clear, most especially from the government side within the Ministry of Land, to say how many people really need land and for what purpose. Some, of course, I believe the majority needs this land to settle, to have homes, but everywhere in the world, and especially in Africa, the economy can only happen if we are in charge of our land. So it now has become a bit difficult for us as a country to grow and achieve all that we want if we don't have land. The challenges, again, I think it's the speed how the process is going about.
Yeah.
Because the government does not have, we are not going out there by force and say, give us land, we want to buy land, because it says willing buyer, willing seller. So I think that is a bit of an issue as we move forward. But I think, as they say, where there is a will, there will always be a way. I think it is now up to us, most especially as young people. Our constitution of the Super Party Youth League, Article 3, it says we need to mobilize young people in this country so that they can participate actively in the economy activities of the country. So as individuals, in cooperatives, or under any establishment, especially just like the Super Party Youth League Department of Economic Affairs.